right. Shalom. All right. So yeah. So we're back doing another non-elect trait. All right. So yeah. And in this non-elect trait, we're gonna be continuing the series with basically being gullible. All right. And that's definitely a non-elect trait, you know, without a doubt. There's gonna be some type of some level of simpleness that the elect will have, especially before they even wake up to who they actually are, which is a sign of being simple and gullible ultimately. But they will have to repent from that because if they're the elect, they will first of all they will have to turn back to who they are, which is being the Hebrew Israelite, and come out of that dumbass so-called nationality they was told they were or believed it may have believed or may have not believed they actually were, you know, by not being gullible. So that's how you know just off that that's a non-elect trait. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, before we get into it, call Halam La Yahweh. Double honors to the Holy like elder apostles and elder bishops at the Great Millstone Church. And shalom to all the Akim out here under this same doctrine, doing what they need to do in the order according to the scriptures, to the best of their ability, and to the rest of the believers in on this faith as well. So shalom. So Bob Ball Kwame Allah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna continue this non-elect trait series, you know, with tonight's live lesson. And if you're wanting to be the elect, you need to check and see if you're gullible, you know, because you hear the saying all the time, Jake get simple. All right. And that's pointed out as being a bad thing. You know, let's go ahead and kick it off with Proverbs 14 and 15. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get the word queued up. Somebody want to read it. You got it, brother.
Yeah, I got it. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 15, it says, "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going."
Yeah. See, the simple believe it everywhere. That's pointed out like that's an issue. The simple believe it every word. Every single word they hear, they believe. So how could that person be the elect? You know, everything they hear, they believe. So that means if the devil say he good, now you're gonna believe it. You know, if you was black last week, you won't believe that anymore because you heard you Israelite. But then the next day after that, somebody could tell you an orange person or something. You gonna believe that? You know, that's literally being that's what gullible pretty much goes into. Like you simple. All right. Let's go ahead and get that word simple. I'm gonna actually cue it up through the spirit, and I got something too that I want to present as well. My head now to come back to my head. Shalom to the Akim tuning in. All right, the Akim on the comment board, and everybody else that's listening. All right. So yeah, gullible. Let's do it like this. Whoever want to read it.
So this is the word for gullible in the Google. It says easily persuaded to believe something.
Go ahead.
It says credulous.
Yeah, so Pretty, yeah. Let's just get to the main one. What it say?
Simple.
See? So let's read that scripture over time.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 15. The simple believeth every word.
Yeah, another word meaning gullible. See? And that's gonna be to your own dang destruction. How the hell you gonna walk around wanting to be the elect? How could the elect want to walk around wanting to be the elect? Or however, how could they walk around being the elect or being gullible? Because there are people that gotta be saved. There are people that gotta know who the Lord is. There are people who saved off knowing the truth. You know? But if there are gullible people, like they could easily be swayed off the truth and told something else is the truth, a lie. You know? The elect not gonna be like that. You're not gonna just be able to tell them anything. All right. Let's go ahead and get that real quick in Matthew, the book of Matthew. Matthew 24. 24 and 24.
Yeah, Khan. Matthew 24 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
For there shall arise false Hamashiach
Mm-hmm.
and false prophets,
Yep.
and shall shew great signs and wonders, and so much, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
See that? If so were possible, you know what? Let's do this. We might just do this whole layout like this tonight. Let's do it like this. Just leave that up here on the screen for everybody. Rolling past. So if you tune into this lesson or whatever for the first time, or you a in and out listener or something, you gonna run into basically having it shown to you. You possibly not of the elect. You gonna see that word gullible, and either realize this is you. You're not possibly living and be like the elect or putting on there for the elect, or the opposite, So all you simpletons, that scroll past and run into, just know being gullible is a non-elect trait, aka being a simpleton. All right. Read that one time. Right?
Yeah, Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiachim and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, and so much that, if it were possible,
go ahead.
Yep, they shall deceive the very elect.
See, so the elect are people that can't be deceived, man. That's just not. That's not a trait that could be that trait that the elect can have and be the elect, which is why they won't be gullible. All right, let's get Proverbs 1 and 22.
It's Proverbs 1 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
How long, ye simple ones?
Mm-hmm.
Will ye love simplicity?
Yep.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
Mm-hmm.
And fools hate knowledge.
So the people that's like this are not the elect. The elect are the complete opposite. They're not a bunch of simpletons. We could read that in the NLT. Actually, yeah, go ahead, Oxlack.
It's Proverbs 1 and 22 in the NLT. How long, you simpletons?
Exactly.
Will you insist on being simple-minded?
Mm-hmm.
How long will you mockers relish your mockery?
Yeah, and when you're simple-minded, that means you're easily persuaded to believe anything. Somebody can, matter of fact, get Revelation 3. Someone can easily take what's yours. You could be on the right path and everything, and somebody could just come and easily just sway you off of it. Like, how the hell that person they're the elect? They not 3 and 11.
Yeah, Khan. Revelation 3:11, behold, I come quickly.
Yep.
Hold that fast which thou hast,
Mm-hmm.
that no man take thy crown.
Exactly. See that? Men, let me get Romans 3 real quick. Barbershop. Let's get Romans 3. 3 and 3. And we know we it's something with men, right? Say let no man, really that translates to anything, but let's say in regards to like man, like mankind. What's up with mankind according to the scriptures? Let's see. Because man is able to take your crown according to Yahushua. You got it.
Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Go ahead.
It says, God forbid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua be true.
Mm-hmm.
But every man a liar.
See? A man a lie to you, man. See that? A man a lie to you. So that's it you know, it could be in the form of you know, some information. A man can tell you, you could ask a man on which way to go, and they can lie about knowing which way to go and get you thrown off, and you sitting here seeing like, yeah, he really don't, you know, and then your ass believe it, you know, and you go you go down the damn ditch or something. I mean, the dead end, you know. So that's what's up with man. Man has the power through just the ability of lying, the trait of lying to take your crown. And if you're gullible, that's how that could happen. I mean, because you'll easily believe the lie, you know. And the Lord, that's exactly how the Lord's people are, you know. Which is why the majority of them are not of the elect, because that's a big trait among Jake. They just easily believe any goddamn thing, you know. The Lord, he's pushing for us to not be like that. Let's grab that real quick. All right. Just gonna get them as they come. All right, obviously you brothers got scriptures. Proverbs 26, and you probably start at 24. The point gonna be at 25. And let me grab this real quick. I think that's let me see. Yeah, Khan. So man, you gotta understand, man has that power, man. All right. Matter of fact, go ahead and bring that out.
What was it? 26?
Yep.
Yeah. Proverbs 26. I'm gonna start at 25. It says, when he speaketh fair.
No. Start at like 24 to get better context. The point 25.
Yeah, kind.
Yep.
Yep. All right, verse 24, it says, he that hatchet was like he that hated dissembleth with his lips.
Right. See, you gotta then see, I just take you straight into Jake. Because what does gullible mean? Get Sirach 12 and 10. Gullible means, one of the synonyms here is trustful. See that? Trustful. And that's a big problem that our people have. They quit to trust even one that has proven themselves to be a devil, right? To be their enemy, right? He could just come. This is how you know. This is why you see with all of the elect, all of Israel are not Israel. It makes sense now. Because they got traits to where they couldn't be of the elect. They couldn't be saved. Think about that. You got a majority of our people that's easily persuaded. They're gullible. They're simple. They're trustful. They're trustful to the one that has proven himself to be their enemy time and time again. Due to him saying, okay, that's it. Bygones, or whatever. You guys are free. All that type shit. Go ahead. Sorry, 12 and 10.
Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Right. So the Lord is putting us on not being gullible. Why would he push this to us if it's okay to be gullible? Basically, to do that. Basically this is telling you, don't be gullible, man. Because if you're gullible, you're easily persuaded to believe something. You're trustful. See that? You'll trust one that's designed to overthrow you, destroy you. So how could you be of the elect? They're going to be saved. You'll trust one that'll get you to abandon Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah. How could you be the elect, which is due to you being gullible, aka simpleton, aka trustful? So how could you be the elect? You'll be destroyed through that, through those traits. You couldn't. Because you wouldn't have the ways to endure and be saved, and ultimately you would probably stop doing the things, if you were ever doing them, that pleased the Heavenly Father. Because someone could come and just tell you, like the devil, the so-called white man, nah, that ain't. God love everybody. Now you abominable in his eyes. Because the Lord got 6 things do he hate, 7 are abomination. And then one of them is what? A lying tongue. See that? And he'll kill the foolish. The Lord said the foolish won't stand in his sight in Psalms the 5th chapter. If he'll kill you, like, not because you being a martyr, like in honor, how could you be the elect? You couldn't. And why would he kill you again? For being simple. All right? Let me actually grab that real quick, and then the brother can read on. This is Psalms 5, and I'm going to start at the point. This is verse 4. It says, for thou art not a God that had pleasure in wickedness. See, Jake easily told God, baby, God love the sinner. He don't love the sins. The sin he don't love. Who told them that? Their enemy. Anybody told them that. They probably told them that. Any thought they come into their head, they just believe. However you start believing that God loves the sinner, but he hates the sin. You know? You easily believe that shit, man. You're gullible. And that make you a fool. Now, what does the Lord say? He said, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Because if you're foolish, the scriptures say, let me grab that too real quick. Salaki. 28 and 18. All right, 28 and 18. Check this out. This is what Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah say. It says, this is why he basically put the fool in the same category as one that work iniquity. Because if you're a fool, what does it say? Proverbs 10 and 23. It is a sport to a fool to do mischief. But a man of understanding hath wisdom. See? So it says it's a fool, it's a sport to a fool to do mischief. What does mischief mean? Somebody can get that word. Brother could throw it up. If you could throw it up on the Hebrew and on the Google. You got it, Thor.
You want the word for mischief?
Okay, yeah, in the Google, Salaki, in the Hebrew, whichever or either or, it don't matter.
I got it pulled up in the Google, the word for mischief. It says playful misbehavior or troublemaking.
And then, so wouldn't the Lord kill a person like that? Didn't he say right here? And let's go here real quick. Then we go cap that point. We gonna end that point. Get back to it. I mean, we on the point, but you know. Didn't he say right here? This is 2 Thessalonians. Let me get down. Okay, here we go. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Saying it is a righteous thing to the Father, Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. See that? it said this is a sport. He said the foolish won't stand in his sight, and he hates all the workers of iniquity. Right? The foolish won't stand in his sight. He gonna lay him down. Why? Because it is a sport to a fool to do mischief, meaning cause trouble. Thus, we know that saying he will kill them. He's gonna kill them because it says that in 2 Thessalonians 1:6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. You know that's coming from fools, the fools of our own people, all the fools, right? So you couldn't be the elect. It ain't the tribulation that the elect is going to actually have. The tribulation that the elect is going to have to go through to enter the kingdom. Now he talking about a different tribulation. You know, so the Lord is not with the gullibleness. He's not, because that's a synonym to once again, that's a gullible. Foolish is a synonym to gullible. Vice versa. See? And he ultimately hates a person like that. The elect is precious in his sight. The elect is who he upholds. See that the elect is the one the Lord gonna deem blameless. So look how the Lord ain't dealing with that. He ain't dealing with no goddamn simpleton. Cause you and why? And he gotta hate you because it makes so much sense. Because he hates Esau. You'll end up on the side with Esau being goddamn gullible. Being one he hates. So it makes sense. You got it, brother, whatever you was still reading.
Con.
So we're gonna start letting them fly after those come up. You got it.
Yeah, the word mischief in the Google, it says especially in children. It says misbehavior, misconduct.
Yeah, misconduct. See? So that's why, so pretty much that's why they're lumped together. Foolish and workers of iniquity, whom he hates. See that? The fool is gonna do things the Lord hates, which ultimately can come by way of them being persuaded to do so. They're so goddamn simple that, they just do anything. They're like pigs. The Lord said, cast not your pearl before pigs, swines, lest they trample them and turn around and rend you. A pig, a very foolish animal, very gullible. You give them anything and as if it's food, and they'll believe that shit. You got it, brother. Going back to the scripture.
Come. Yeah, Sirach 12:10.
Mm-hmm.
It says, never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
And this is how and this is how you end up on the side of as being the one that the Lord hates. Because you're gullible ultimately. You'll end up being like the so-called white man. You got the suit on, you done slicked your hair over, parted it. You know what I'm saying? You got a briefcase, you bouncing on your toes. You shaking hands, you done shave your face. Because you think, well, I know, brother. Come on, I know, brother. I'm just getting money. It's just how you make a living. You were gullible enough to believe that. You abused the world. You thought that equated to just that and not abusing the world. Your job make you believe you can shave your beard over and over and over when you know the truth. You could easily go get another one, but you like in the spirit of listening to them because they don't know you can stay here. It's all right. It's gonna be all right, man. Come on, man. And you believe that shit. That's why I said, let no man take that crown. See, you got it.
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching.
See, gullible, automatically. He's looking for the gullible going into 1 Peter the 5th chapter. The devil walketh around seeking whom he may devour. You know, and that's who? The gullible. All right. Real quick, Sirach 28. And that's the main way he looking for you. You know, he looking for the gullible. He looking for the simple. All right. Go ahead and bring that up.
It's all right, 28.
Because his main, what's Esau's main game? His main game is lying.
Let's see.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this out real quick. This 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Let me get a better one. This is his main game. Let's go here really quick. This is Revelation 20 and let's start at verse 7. Yeah. It's it says it says, and when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the sand of the sea. And you know what's so crazy about it? That made me think back to Cain. Cain thought he could lie to the Most High. Now, if the Most High was gullible, he would have believed Cain, and we were like, no, you know what, Cain, I'm gonna make you, I'm gonna make you the chosen one. You know, being gullible, Cain thought just because pretty much he didn't have nothing in his hand or something like that he could tell the Lord, yeah, I ain't do it. Abel dead, but I ain't do it. Look, I ain't do it. He like, your brother blood cried up to me. You know? If he believed, man, that's heavy. That's super heavy. Because it makes sense. The scriptures tell you like the flesh is weak. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So a mug will be more prone to lie to the Most High on earth because they in the flesh than they ever would when they go back to the throne. If you follow what I'm saying. So nothing but the truth come out there because there ain't no flesh there. So that's why, because think about it. The Lord clearly see what goes on here, but he won't be that gullible to just leave it to that. Because people down here are literally praying and lying to the Lord in their prayers and everything. You know? But he like, no, I'm going to strip it down to the essence. Come back and talk to me. You was telling me this when you was here, but now you here. You know? You get talked to when you go back to the spirit world. You know, get that real quick. It's Iraq. If I get it. That's the way I let it. This is Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Right? Because the scriptures tell you, shall not he that made the eye see, you know? And he that made the ear hear. You know, the scriptures tell you how there's no place you can escape the Lord's presence. All right. So, man, that's crazy. I got a good scripture that go into that too. Yeah, I'll read this real quick. Psalms 139. And man, let's start at 1. Oh Lord, thou hast searched me, right? And let me throw this out there so you can keep the edification for yourself, right? You're supposed to translate to yourself because the scriptures tell you real quick if a brother can jump right back to where you at after jumping here. Go to Matthew 5:48. Uncle Shaw.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 48. It says, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. And there's levels to being perfect. See that? So you got to be like you You want to have a perfect doctrine, right? I'll stop right there because I don't want to go into nothing else. So the Lord pretty much is telling us to be like Yahweh, right? So right here we getting how Yahweh get down. So that's it. Did you finish?
Yeah, kind of, that was it.
Psalms 139 and 1, a psalm of David. This the elect. Oh Lord. Woo! Get that real quick. Acts 13 and 22.
It's Acts 13 and 22.
It feel like when you in the spirit, man, it feel like you bowling. You know what I'm saying? You hooping, you just hitting all the shots.
Okay.
You know, it just you could just tell. It's just, go ahead.
It's Acts 13 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
When he had removed him, he raised up unto them.
Let me say it like this: it's a power that got it feeling like you can't miss. Got you feeling like you can't miss. It's something that come over you when you get hot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a feeling. It's a spirit. Like they got you hitting all the shots, man. You know it. Yeah, that's it. So we know the edification coming out. This is right. You got it, brother Salaki.
It's Acts 13 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king.
Yep.
To whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after mine own heart.
So don't say it ain't possible. There's levels to being perfect. See that? You finished?
It says, which shall fulfill all my will.
Ooh, see, after what? The inward man. All right. Anyway, that was it. So that's the point. So this is about the elect right here. And anybody that's of David's lineage spiritually, you know what I'm saying, is going to be like this. You're going to be deemed, which is what the elect is. Those are individuals deemed after the Most High's own heart. Right? And how does the Most High think? This is Psalms 139. And this is how we're supposed to think. Because the scriptures tell us, like, yeah, we don't know if we're the elect. But the script, we got a high chance. But the scriptures tell us that put on it. That's why the scriptures tell us put on, or the letters, put on therefore is the elect. Because some people don't like calling letters scriptures, So that's just to be scholastic about it, if you will. But anyway, this is Psalms 139, and for edification's sake. Anyway, there's no reason I say that. Psalms 139 and 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. O Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. So this is going to go into how the Most High think, which is what David is thinking about, which is how he has in mind after the mind of the Most High, right? And all the elect would think, right? But this is how the Most High think. He says, thou hast searched me and known me. So the Lord, he searches you and knows you. He just don't believe something, man. Thou knowest my down sitting and my uprising. Thou understandest my thought afar off. Lord looking at everything, hook and cranny. He ain't just, he ain't gullible. It says, thou compassest my path and my lying down. See that? Lord checking everything. He making sure you're gonna get where you get. He ain't just taking your word for it. See that? It says, and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. Because see, if the Lord gave us free will, that's basically saying he gullible. We're gonna fulfill your will, Lord. We got you. This shit it'll never come to pass. So when we sleep, when we lie down, he seals our instruction because he's that much of not being gullible. See that? Anyway, it says, for there is not a word there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. It says, thou hast best beset me behind and before, and laid thy hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain unto it. So the Lord was revealing things to David. David was a prophet. David was a prophet. Go ahead. Put his brother back in. David was a prophet. So anyway, it says, let's see. It says, so that's where he coming from was saying that. This the point. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. Right? And that's talking about the grave. Sha'al. Right? Hell could be in the state, but also represents the ground. But anyway, it says, if I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. All right. It says, if I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. You know, the Lord is not, he's not blind, he's not leaving himself blind to anything. Right? In the dark or anything. That's kind of like when you're gullible. That's what obviously that's what could come with it. You know, you being in the dark, it does, because that's exactly what the synonym is right here. It means it says the synonym is ignorant, and when you ignorant of something, it says what? If a brother want to read it.
Ignorant. It says lacking knowledge or awareness in general.
See, so you in the dark on something, man. Look, ooh, right there.
Unenlightened.
Yeah. Unenlightened. So the Lord, look, dim.
Man.
You know? So the Lord, he's not moving like that, man. And the elect represent him, hence David. Right? So that's why he ain't leaving nothing to chance. He ain't moving in a way that's gonna leave him in the dark. That's why he moved like how he moved. He got his eyes on everything. You know? Because he wants to obviously fulfill his will, but I say all these things to try to get back to the point of how you want to relate these things to yourself. We want to relate these things to ourselves. So as again, it says, if I say surely the darkness shall cover me, and I'm gonna get to the point of why I brought this out, Lord will. It says, even the night shall be light about me. Yeah, the darkness hide it not from me, but the night shineth as the day. But the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. You know? So anyway, I'm gonna jump back down. It says, yeah. So my point of saying this or getting this was like the Lord clearly see what goes on down here, right? But like I said, that scripture, I think, who read the scripture where I was like, that made me think of, or did I read it? It made me think, yeah, Revelation 20:7, where I said the devil, pretty much the point of going to that was to go into the devil's main game, which is to deceive, to lie. You know what I'm saying? Which, if you're gullible, a simple Israelite, you're easily persuaded, and just one that grew up to believe anything, you just be in that spirit, like it's all good, you will be subject to that. So you're subject to that. You're vulnerable to that, right? And if for some reason it just took me back to think about Cain, because Cain thought he could lie to the Most High, you know? And the Lord actually let him see. If you really look at that, matter of fact, somebody go there real quick. It's a spirit. If you really assess that passage, the Lord allowed Cain to, as if he was reasoning with him, as if he didn't know. But that take me to the whole point, which we'll get. Go ahead. Genesis 4 and I think it started like 8.
Genesis 4:8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother.
Just jump back to wherever you was at. We're gonna try to backswim, and then once those out of the way, whatever y'all got, you got it, bro.
And slew him. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know.
So you gotta think. we just went over how death worked. So Abel just, he went to sleep. What happens when you go to sleep? Obviously, it ain't play out to where he had a so-called funeral and all that fast. But his body stayed here, and his spirit, who he actually is, went back to the Lord. Right? So that process had to play out. And then the Lord at some point came to Cain and talked to him. Because you got to understand, when you read verses or verse from verse, it's time. You know what I'm saying? It's an overview. It's nutselling like years in certain instances. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be a day. So that's hours. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might be minute to minute. You just pick up on it. But pretty much we know that's the process that happened before the Lord said anything to him. Because that proved that Cain, which is what the Lord gonna go on and say, that proved that Cain did what he did and that Abel was dead. Because what happened? Abel went back up there. But go ahead. Not to be so-called too deep, but just go ahead.
Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not.
How the Lord gonna ask him that? If Cain, he said he know everything that go on. See that? Thus showing you the Lord giving us example of how to not be gullible. Right? I can easily gullibly believe this man. But read on.
Am I my brother's keeper?
This is what he told him. Lord asked him as if he didn't know. But you got it.
And he
we just read, he know everything. You know? You got it.
And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me.
What does that actually mean? The voice of thy brother's blood. Pretty much Abel went back up there before the throne and told the Lord. He actually talked to him. Because see, the Lord is not gullible like that. Left up to man on earth, they'll lie to you because they're in the flesh. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So that's the very thing the Lord brings back. He could easily bring the flesh back, but instead he brings the spirit back. It makes sense why the Lord told us that. The flesh is willing, but the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So the Lord can just take it for face value, right? If you will. Not saying he completely ain't enlightened, because he obviously is, but it's just to show us. He can take it at face value at what goes on, and what's said to him goes on here on earth and what's said to him from earth and people's prayers and all that shit. But he don't do that. He talks to them. He goes beyond that because he's not gullible. How does he go beyond that? Because he brings who you actually are to the spirit world and he actually get the truth then. It's all laid out. Basically, him revealing all of this to us, how this works, it helps. That being revealed helped us make this non-elect trait tonight. Because it shows us how much the Lord is about not being gullible. How much this is a serious concept. So you have to go out of your way to make sure you got something right and not just be simple. Because think about it. If the Lord was like that, how can he make a judgment? How can he how can he get the judgment right? See? You got it. Then he got not only him knowing about it, but he got eyes watching it. When you read it in what's that, Proverbs 15:4, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. The eyes of the Lord are beholding. No, they ain't it. Proverbs.
Amos 9:8, I believe.
No, not that. Go get Proverbs. Go ahead. Proverbs 15:4, I believe that is. It might be verse 3.
Yeah, kind of.
Yep.
Proverbs 15:3.
Yep.
The eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua are in every place.
See? On the earth. See that? Go ahead. And in the spirit world. Go ahead.
Beholding the evil and the good.
See? So the Lord, and then he goes, so he don't just know. He got other people with their eyes on it, if you will. He got eyes. He like, keep an eye on this. You report, So the Lord is not just gullible, Because he can eat people. Think about it. Look how judgment work, man. Here and seeing how the Lord it shows us how we need to be on it. But look how the Lord worked. just take people's word at what they're doing. Their prayers they send up. Right? But while they're doing what they're doing, he got and can, at some point they're gonna have to actually go before the throne and tell what they did and all of these things. Right? And they can get up there and say anything. Right? What you gonna have men that do, many gonna come to me in that day and say, Lord, Lord. Basically gonna try to lie to the Lord like they was doing the work and they weren't doing it, right? Which we see is probably gonna be the case because Cain lied, right? But anyway, so you're gonna have people that do what they do, and then at some point they're gonna have to face up to the Lord and tell him. And then he can just take their word face value for it. But instead of that, right, the Lord put other eyes on it. He like, you watch them too. Because they gotta confess too, but I want you to watch them. See that? He not gullible, man. Did you finish in the Genesis? Did y'all have something?
That was it on the Genesis.
Okay, Khan. So he said, thy brother's blood cried unto me, man. So let's go ahead. You can jump back to wherever he was. And then, so that was the point of the Psalms 139. And then we're going to go back to Mahar because we went to Psalms 39 off of 139 off the Revelation 20, which was going into how basically the devil's game is to deceive, right? And you have to be aware of this, And that's why Yahushua, when he came, he said in St. John, 8th chapter, he was talking about Cain. St. John 8, and that's the spirit. Because let's go into what I want to pull up. This is St. John 8 and 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. What does Genesis mean? Beginning, right? It says, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. He was made to lie. I forget why the hell even got that, but what was I saying? How the hell that came up? It's John 8.
Revelation 20.
Right, and I said the devil's game is to deceive.
Okay.
And it was something else after that. I hope y'all listening out there, man. This is the spirit really talking. It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? The Lord just used individuals. He using us. So I hope you individuals listening. I understand what he allowed me to understand. I see what I need to see, but you got to get it for yourself. You need to be making sure you're listening. I'm just saying that in general, right? Because it's all good. Because those that was paying attention, the point, you just got the point. You got why that was brought out. So we can go ahead and go back to where you was. If nobody remember more and the scripture you had.
Proverbs 26 and 24, it says, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit with him, within him. So
see? Yeah, that's crazy. He that hated dissembler with his lips, which we're gonna go back to that's what the war was holding, Sirach 12 and 10. But yeah. We go ahead and pull this off the screen. I'm gonna pull something up else up. But anyway, yeah, so that's talking about Esau. That's how you know the devil hates you. This is why which is the so-called white man, and which is why you are to never trust him. But majority of our people can't do this. You are to never trust him because he hates you. How do we know he hates you? Read it one more time.
Proverbs 26, 24. He that hateth dissembleth with his lips.
See?
And layeth up deceit within him.
So somebody that hates you, they could try to like break you down by, you know, certain things they tell you, certain information they give you, you know, or leave out from you. You know, got certain agendas and stuff behind the scenes, but they saying this. That's just gonna go on and say. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 25, it says, when he speaketh fair, believe him not.
Right.
For there are 7 abominations in his heart.
There you go. See that? And that's why you're never to trust him. But this is why the most of our people getting destroyed and they not gonna be saved. You got that in Sirach 28 18. Go ahead and bring it out. We're gonna go back to Thor.
Yeah, Khan, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Sirach 28 and 18. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword.
Right.
But not so
it's
many.
not the Hiroshima, the atomic bombs dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That killed tons of people. Pearl Harbor, World War I, World War II, the sword. You know, you said, look how many people that the damn what's it called took out. You know, goddamn jump shot. So many people fell by that, but it say what?
It says, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue.
And that's exactly what's taking our people out and go take them out. That's why you're gonna see the majority of our people killed. Why? Because they easy to believe something. They gullible. That's why there's only a few of the Lord's people that's gonna make it. Hence the elect, because they're not gullible. They're not gonna be individuals that don't do this. You got it, brother Thor. Real quick too, if you can get we're gonna continue with the war, but Lord will. If we can get I think that's Revelation 12. You got it.
Sirach 12 and 10 says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah. So some of our people, they seen what he did, but he like, well, he got a suit on and he's smiling with us and he's giving us millions of dollars now, you know, and all this other stuff. And he let you be manager here and all this other shit, man. And that's what got our people in the position of them getting ready to die in World War III because they think it's all good. Real quick, get Dora, you can get it. Psalms 48 and what's that, 10? Their inward thought is. Mm-hmm.
Psalms 49 and 11.
It
says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right, and that's what they sell Jake. So that's what, see? That's what they tell Jake. Like, this shit gonna go forever. Well, really, they don't even believe that. You look at all the actual reports, like, nigga, they talking about they about to confiscate gold. Gold was confiscated 80 years ago. And if you didn't give gold to people, to the government, they'll put your ass in jail. And then they let people keep like some ounces or some shit. And they got like $20 an ounce. That's why I said riches profit not. So you got niggas really thinking like they putting up, niggas got stocks and bonds. Esau, he the one who got this whole system running. But he finna collapse on all that shit, man. He don't even really believe that. Not how he tells you. America is not the dwelling places he believes is going to continue. Them niggas is ready to go to outer space. They know gold make it the foot stand short, but it's not this damn market and all this crap that it's all over. It's a lie. That's what he sold you. But see, when they sell people that it comes off like America gonna go forever. The so-called white man never gonna let America fall. That's what got our people in position right now through their gullibleness to die in World War III. Which alludes right back to the reference of Mars. That's why they're gonna be on Mars, because fucking World War III finna happen. They not even finna be in their homes no more. Why you trying to get your house and fence like this nigga shit? This nigga about to go under the ground. While you working on that shit, he's in his backyard, unbeknownst to you, with a cellar that goes however many feet below the Earth's surface, storing that shit up because he know this place about to get hit with nukes. If he a peasant Edomite, because it's obviously only a peasant to think they gonna survive here after, in a bunker. Nigga, if you got a bunker here in America, you gonna die. Ain't no way you making it out. It's gonna be too much radiation. That should have never passed. The Lord said the smoke gonna go from this place forever and ever. So as soon as you come out, nigga, your lungs gonna collapse. Nothing here no one here gonna survive, except certain animals. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. So that's what got our people in a position right now to meet that demise. Because you got it, bro.
Psalms 49:11.
Mm-hmm.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Yep.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
Yep. If you can get this verse that say that posterity approve their sayings. It's in that same chapter. $49 and 13.
Psalms 49:13 says, "This their way is their folly.
Yep.
Yet their posterity approve their sayings." Salah.
Man, see? And that's why this chapter go into it. When you jump to like 16, it says, "Be not afraid when one is made rich, and when the glory of his house is increased. For when he died, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him." So quit letting the devil make you think he's Superman. That nigga is not Clark Kent. And he never was. He can't save you. He can't even make America great again. How the fuck he gonna save you? Gullible. And that's why we know it makes sense. This whole thing is clearly an elect, because the majority of our people not hearing this. Well, there you go. Because you got non-elect traits. Okay, but anyway, who had the other one?
Revelation. It was
called Revelations 12, and then I was on Sirach 12 chapter.
Okay, back to you, brother. There, it's all right. 12.
Sirach 12:11 says, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Yep.
And thou shalt know that his
it's Revelation 12:11 too, by the way. Salaki. You got it.
It says, "And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away."
But you thought it did, because your ass was gullible. You got it.
"Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therein."
That made me think of all the leaders, like Dr. King. They split that nigga wig, man. He was working with the Rothschilds and everything, man. Matter of fact, as we go in there, let's just go there real quick. Let's go there real quick. We also got scriptures besides the ones we holding. We're going to bring them out.
I had wanted to touch on Revelations, the 13th chapter.
You
had spoken about World War III, coming and well Hiroshima and how
Hiroshima. You
yeah,
got
Esau he used those nukes to pretty much put fear on our people,
right.
to make him look like he can't be brought down. So this is Revelations 13 and 13. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from the heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. So, and this is talking about the second beast, and or Esau, and you see, our people holding hands with this man for a reason. It's really because they fear the white man and not the Most High.
Man. Yeah, I got something. You finished, brother.
Yeah, kind of. That was it.
Yeah, kind of Job 15 and 31, it says, let not him that is deceived trust in vanity. And when I brought this up basically when the elder brother was speaking about them bunkers. Well, it's trusting in bunkers. Obviously Mosaic ain't got bunkers, but they're saying let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. So you have to understand being deceived, is going to be the very thing that you're going to have left to rely on. So if you're not relying on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, ultimately you're relying on vanity, and that vanity is going to do nothing for you in the day when you need, some substance.
I got a quick scripture.
Okay.
There's Proverbs 11 and 21. It says, though hand join in hand,
Yep.
the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. That's what the wicked, if you're gullible, you're wicked. Because you're what?
Yep.
You're damn near Cain,
Mm-hmm.
That gullibleness. But then the righteous, that's the elect that the scriptures talk about.
Let me say this too. This was heavy about the gullible trait. Cain was gullible.
Right.
You trying to play on other people that's gullible, like you so ahead, but you so into that to where you become gullible, to where you really think that everybody believes that shit. Everybody will believe it, even the Most High. That's showing you the devil himself is gullible. So, like, just to back the brother point up, if you gullible, you're wicked. You're the wicked. You're or of the wicked. That's it.
Yeah, the brother Nakwai, he posted the definition for mischief in the
Hebrew.
Yeah, in the Hebrew, and it goes into what wickedness, the evil plan, mischievous purpose, a plan, especially a bad one, and then heinous crimes. And that's pretty much the product. It's the product of being gullible. Mischief, all types of wickedness. You going on to think something, you deceiving yourself first and foremost, and then trying to think you can deceive somebody else. Like it all ends up. It is the same way. It's vain, so it's not something that's going to actually prosper. It's ultimately bringing forth your own destruction.
I got a scripture too. Is John 8 and 47. It says, he that is of God heareth God's words. He therefore hear them not.
You done went there. Go ahead, you got it.
It says, ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God. So these people, that's a gullible spirit. You don't hear, if you're not hearing God's words, whose words are you hearing? You're either listening and hearkening unto the words of the devil, which is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, or you're hearkening unto your own words, right? You're damn near deceiving yourself in your own mind, which the scriptures tell you not to do. In Proverbs 3 and 5. You're not supposed to lean on your own understanding, man.
Oh, goodness. That's the spirit. So, since you say that, I almost forgot the thing I kept saying. I done said it twice now. I want to present. I almost forgot, and then you went right back to it. So that's the spirit. So check this out. Let's do it like this then.
Shalom, Mark.
Yeah, shalom, shalom.
Yeah, I think the brother froze.
Yeah, look like. There you go.
Yeah, goddamn mine. I say airplane mode. My bad. Goddamn shit. All right. Let me try this one more time. Let me try that one more time. Ain't playing all right. This shit tripping. All right, there we go.
Or they follow stranger too. Și dacă urmează și pe străini. Vrea să încerce să vadă. He says that they are running off from the but can I say come and you see they come follow me? What's the
And those that don't get the point, the sheep only follow their shepherd's voice. And the sheep is who the Lord coming to get, which is only the elect.
Can I borrow this? What did I borrow this? Okay. I'm going to see if they follow me or not. Okay? Come. Come. We can try. I can choose not to see that either. Hi there.
Păi nu vine, nu vine la nu vine. Dacă avem bobe la mine, nu vine. Da, să se schimbe un verde, stai așa. Stai un pic, așa.
Oh, be careful, look at this. This thing. Oh. Looking for a second. He's running of you. Because of me. So they really know the shepherd. And they stay there if I'm not there. Yeah. Oh.
Я очень принял. Я вот тебе. Потому что телефон.
Yeah, closer. Wow.
Yeah.
He didn't eat. Did you see? Why?
I went to park.
Come a bit farther. Further. Yeah.
Eu tenho pude para Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's the mask? Okay. Cool. So we can take a picture now. Yeah.
So yeah, man. There's another one that I'm thinking of. I might pull it up, might not. But pretty much let me slide it. Y'all can hear me?
Con.
So for those that didn't see that before, never seen like sheep respond to their shepherds. Yeah, it's a real thing, you know, and that's why the Lord compared us unto sheep, because ultimately that's exactly how the elect will be. They're not gullible, you know. It don't matter like how you come off outwardly, what you have. They're skeptical, you know. They're not gonna adhere to any and everything. They not. If it's not what it is, they not hearing it, and that's how they're gonna keep their life. Because the sheep, like for instance, it's crazy because the sheep actually got very close with the food. The last minute didn't eat, and that's the exact trait being basically non-gullible that would have saved that sheep's life if that bread that she was trying to give the sheep was poison. You know, just off from having that trait. See that? That's why it says, uh, uh, like 3 scriptures pop in my head. The John 8, the brother brought it out, but also, no man can pluck them out of my hand.
Con.
And if it was possible, you know, if it were possible, they would deceive the elect, but they not, because the elect is compared to sheep. They don't respond to nothing else. You know, they not quick to believe. They might get real close. That was like a simple moment almost there. You know, I thought the sheep was gonna eat it because I seen it before, but I ain't seen that shit in a minute. But like, oh dang, you know, and that's the very thing to where the elect will keep to where the elect not only will keep their life, but will make them precious in the Lord's eye. You ain't just going for everything. You know, you only for me. You know, you only for truth. You're not easily persuaded, right? No one's gonna, you know, take you from being mine off their words, what they present to you, any of that. Because the scriptures say a gift blinded the heart, but it's not gonna do that. Matter of fact, get that real quick in Ecclesiastes 7, then we can go back to that John. It's not gonna do that to the elect though.
There's Ecclesiastes 7:7. So surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
See, a gift destroyed the heart. But see, a sheep won't go for that. That's why we're compared to sheep, hence the elect ultimately. You know, he said, I came to save that which was lost. All Israelites not even deemed sheep. You know, they deem goats and what else, whatever the hell else. Which is why they don't only respond to Yahweh Basham Shah. They respond to any and everything else, and that's what gets them destroyed and makes them not precious. You don't to a woman for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. All right. So you brothers have the scriptures, go ahead and bring them out. I'm gonna hit play on this video. This will be the last one, and that'll do it. Lord willing, it plays on the speaker without me having to unplug this. You dig? Let me know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all see the screen?
No.
All right. All
Yeah, I got one real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and 3. It says, "But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety," it says, "so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach." So we also know that it's a simplicity. The elder brother said this earlier. Like, there's gonna be a level of simplicity amongst all the elect.
That's different.
As far as coming in, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's different. That's outside of that simplicity. That's going into the plainness of your how about Shemel Shah.
Kind of.
You know what I'm saying? To where a motherfucker might. That's plainness. That's simplicity. That was seen in that last video. Like the sheep kind of got simple for a moment. That's why, and that goes into that's a good example for Matthew the 24th chapter. That's how it said if it because it was going to arise false Hamashiach, right? Meaning false shepherds, probably come off, look like it, you know what I'm saying, whatever the hell, right? And if it were possible, they would deceive the elect. That's basically what happened in that situation. She came off shepherd oriented, had the food, had the staff. She got a body, right? But ultimately, the sheep didn't go for it, but it did get simple. All right. But that simplicity, that's talking about plainness versus simplicity. The ways of the Lord plain, simple. But then you got simpleness, simpletonism. You got it, bro. That was it. Just to keep that clear.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it. Just don't get distracted by the simplicity in this, and that's why a lot of people get lost, man.
Right.
So just don't want to. Yeah.
An example of that would be just like, for instance, just because a person got a Bible and a garment, that's that. The simplicity in your house shop. As long as you hitting the highways, we got the wheat, you got the garment on, you got you got the Bible. Brother say shalom, shalom. Brother know he a Jew. They say shalom. See, that's a simplicity right there where jakes get destroyed. Just because that person tells you shalom, that doesn't mean they're completely waking to the fact of the matter. They just probably know they're Israelite in a Hebrew word, which that ain't even Hebrew. That's Yiddish. Ain't no O in Hebrew. All right. But you have individuals that say that because it's a universal word at this point, in a sense. So that right there would be an example of the simplicity that's in your house shot that can get you corrupted. As long as you basically preach the Bible, and you like what's his name, Geno Jenkins. He's playing off the simplicity of Yahweh Shah, one that taught the word. Then they even got, if you think about a church, they got it like the mountain because they up on a higher level in the pole pit over the people. You know what I'm saying? So that's the play on that. And then you got a bunch of Israelites simply believing that shit because they gullible and they being corrupted off of it. So that'll be an example of that. Even though that nigga pushing Jesus Christ, but the Christians even still use some things of the plainness of the one we call Noah, the one that's actually the one of Yahweh Shah. They even use some of those things. Like what? Pushing the Bible. Not pushing it, but at least having it. All right? So you can't just fall for somebody that pushing the Bible and you just think they're good. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. All right? So you got it, bro. That's an example.
That's it though.
All right, Con. Can't hear it.
Lie.
I don't know why this shit doing this. I gotta figure this out. This is crazy. All right, bro. What is this a moment? We good now.
One more time.
Oh, what is Oh, good.
Look at them. Look at them. Yeah, you just made them go away. Oh my God. Was that cool or what?
See, they're like, fuck out of here, man. You know, that's how the elect is. That's how the elect's supposed to be. All right, and that's how they're gonna be. So whatever other scriptures we had, it was one that came to mind. That'll be one to close out on.
I still got the Revelation 12 and 11.
Yeah. You can bring that up. That go with the point. It's another one though. Was there anything else we was holding?
You had quoted pluck out of your hand, out of my father's hand.
Yeah, nah, we don't need that. Anything that we was holding that we bring out or go back to or didn't finish. If not, it's all good. But you got it out.
Yeah, Revelation 12 and 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
Yo, block this dude. You know what?
Yeah, I got him. He already got him.
Oh, he out there.
Yeah, he going.
Yeah, block this dude. Let me see. Let me block this nigga now. I gotta figure out how to block this nigga. You got it out.
Yeah, Revelation 12 and 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death.
Yeah, man. So that's the only way you're gonna overcome, and that's what the elect gonna understand. You know, ain't nothing else is gonna get it done besides this. The blood of Yahweh, the blood of Yahweh. All right, they ain't falling for nothing else. There's only one way. You know? And they won't be tricked into believing otherwise. The elect are not gonna be gullible. If they're gonna overcome an obstacle like this, a path like this, where there's many obstacles, liars and whatnot on it, they're not gonna be able to do it by being gullible. Period. You know, the scriptures say when I was a child, Paul said when I was a child, I thought as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. You know, matter of fact, one more. Get Ephesians 4. Ephesians in the 4th chapter. Ephesians 4 and jump to verse 14.
is Ephesians 4:14, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Yeah, man. So that goes with everybody that's outside this truth, and maybe even in this truth. The elect gonna see through it, man. All right, say their eyes they're gonna see and not be dim. You know, they're not gonna be dim. You'll be able to see everything for what it is and see through everything. They're gonna have X-ray vision. They're gonna have discernment. You know, and they're gonna be circumspect. You know, not goddamn just believing every goddamn word. So I think it's in Job. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically that. Let's get the last one in Proverbs. Proverbs there's so many that go into this. You know, this is the Jake's biggest problem. They gullible. All right. Proverbs 22 and you can read 3.
Okay. Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Right. They ain't gonna just think it's all good. You know. We just all want him. Oh, he all right, man. He didn't do it. Here we are breaking down the history of the devil. Jake come up with a devil, and the first thing he said, he didn't do it. Well, the Lord says, see, the Lord not gullible. Like he good for it. It's like as if he could do different. When he come with that stop, when the Lord say you can't change his leopard, a leopard can't change his skin. Lord not gullible. Real quick before we end there, where you read my heart, go to Proverbs like Isaiah 14:21. You know, for you Jakes. Because really, this is the biggest thing that make you gullible. This is Jake's biggest way they show they gullible. The fact that they think the so-called white man changed and he will change. When the scriptures tell you that's not gonna happen. Isaiah 26:10 tell you that, I believe. Read on. You got it.
Yeah, Isaiah 14:21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
The Lord not giving chance because he's not gullible. Go ahead.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Yep. There it is. He's not going to give them a chance to think they could come back and do good. They're not going to do it. The scriptures tell you that in Isaiah 26:10. Let me just get it real quick. Or a brother can get it. Isaiah 26:10, and we close out Proverbs.
It's Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be showed to the wicked.
Right. That's what Jake do. Jake think he can show a wicked man that has proven he hates him and he will destroy him every occasion he gets, and has destroyed him every occasion he's gotten. They think that they can show favor to that man regardless, despite all that. It could change him. Go ahead.
Yet will he not learn righteousness.
See? No matter what you do. You know, you believe that handshake, you believe that you know those lipless smiles, you know? Nigga got a mouth like a snake, man. Snakes don't got lips, man. You know? Lord making it clear. No lips but tongue. You know? You got it, brother, in the fucking mouth. Right?
It says, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly.
See? That's who he is, man. Like the Lord said, he said he the father of it. He's tell a lie. He tell his own, man. You got it.
And will not behold the majesty of Yahweh.
Yeah, and that was spiritual because I was gonna say snakes don't have ears. You know, let me say it like this. It appears like snake doesn't snakes don't have ears. And that's exactly how it is with Esau. You can see ears, but it appears as though he has none because he don't listen. He never listened to nothing. We said, stop, please. Can we just all get along? He said, yes, master. You know, yes, sir, yes, boss. And Jake is still, you know, this nigga still don't stop. It says charming ever so wisely. You know? The nigga a snake, man. He ain't hearing you. You know?
Yeah, I think that I believe this order is at Psalms 50:54. It says, "Stop it from hearing."
Yeah, stop it. Yeah, kind of. I think that's exactly. Yeah, that's it. Let me see. 50.
No, it's not
You
52.
talking
It's
52?
Psalms.
You talking about 52?
It's probably 52. I just know that it say, "Stop it from hearing."
Let me see.
Might be 58.
Yeah, it's either 52 or 58. It says, stop it. The adder. That's you talking about?
Like as a death adder, that's it.
Yeah, the death adder. Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
Psalms 58:4. It says, "Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
Yep.
They are like the death adder that stoppeth her ear."
You gullible enough to think they listening to you. You know, they gonna get your story right. When others think they can go on these shows and they not gonna soundbite your joint, you think the police gonna actually write down the report correctly? You know what I'm saying? They not gonna do that shit because they also call white people. They the damn serpent, and that's the spirit. Because basically, like I said, when you look at snakes, they don't have ears. Visibly, it appears as though they don't have them. They hear, but they not. You know, it doesn't appear that they're hearing. You know, and that's exactly the case with the damn devil. But you got to.
I'm gonna read that in the NLT real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms 58:4. It says, "They spit venom like deadly snakes. They are like cobras that refuse to listen." You know, so it just making the point clear. Just saying they refuse to listen. They hear, but they ain't trying to hear.
Snakes don't got ears, man. Go look at a picture of a snake. You got it.
Yeah, that was it.
You got it.
Back to the
6.
Nah, you finished, right, Thor?
Yeah, that was it on Isaiah 26.
Yeah, I'm talking about the brother Mahar.
Proverbs 22:3. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished."
So here you go. All right. So you get out of that spirit of thinking it's all good and blah blah blah, and you know it's gonna be easy or some crap. You gullible, man, or you good here? Nah, that's not your rest. Arise and depart. You know, you ain't gotta take caution when you go out into the world. You know, you ain't gotta. You know, the Lord said false prophets going out, man. But if you go out as though this is not the case, it's probably because you gullible. And you're going to be punished for that, man. You're going to pass on and be punished. You're not going to make it. But that's not going to happen to the elect. You know, that was a sign you wasn't of the elect if you did that. So with that, Lord willing, you've been edified. Let's see what your brother had. Oh, that's a good one. Sirach 19:4. He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded, and he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul. Right? Because really, you told not to be gullible. Never trust thy enemy. If you start trusting them, you sinning, and you going against yourself. The Lord gave you something to where you won't be hurt. So if you try to trust one the Lord told you can't trust, you send it to you hurting your own soul. You know? You offending against your own soul, meaning you're going against your own soul. You know, you're going to destroy yourself. You playing yourself. You know, that's the spirit of the elect, man. All right. And it's a lot of dudes in this truth that ain't who they say they are. They ain't really got the best interest at heart for themselves. So how much more you? All right. So Lord, when you been edified, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Call. Is y'all brothers have anything else?
Yeah.
La.
All right. Call on La. Yahweh. Shalom. Wahawah Chakodash. Ababa Ball. Ababa Ball. Kwame Asha Allah. Till next time. Shalom.
Brother.
Yeah, he probably accidentally timed up.
Yeah. He probably hop back in. See.